Hello everyone. So I definitely been slacking on videos, and that's on me. So today's video is going to be kind of short because I just have a few things that I'm going to go over. Next video I have planned, hopefully it's going to be better. Today's video, I'm going to redo my arrows. I got a tag this year, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, so in general, I'm just going to redo my tags. I have technically a couple months, so hopefully I get it all figured out before then. But that brings me to the next video I'm going to make. I'm going to test out a few broadheads. So, I kind of mentioned it before. I had the Grim Reaper, and, I think they're a good broadhead, but that's going to be one of them that I'm testing. The other one will be Slick Trick the Torch. And then the last one, G5 Dead Meat. And of course I'll go into detail more on the next video. But this video, like I said, I am going to change up my arrow. Don't know if you remember from the last video. If not, this is kind of the idea. This isn't the arrow that I'll be hunting with. It is technically the same brand, same model. It's just a V3, which the one I'm using is a V1, so the tolerances are a lot straighter on the one that I'll be using. But I'm just showing you this is pretty much the setup that I had on the other ones. Reflective arrow wrap with Mountain Ops, Mountain Ops branded, or AAE branded Mountain Ops. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Anyway, they're made from AAE. They're the 26 hybrid, and these are the ones that I'll be using. I haven't fletched them, but that's what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm just going to show you my little fletching jig setup. I'm not going to bore you with doing every single one of them, but I'll finish at least one of them, and then I will show you the end product. I'm just trying to lighten the arrow a little bit. Once it's all done, it should be around, it's like 430, which that's about 20-30 less than what it was currently at. So that's what this video is going to be, just my new arrow setup. And like I said, I will show you one of the products when I get done with it. Alright, so here we have my setup. Just a boning jig. I forgot the exact name of it. I do have a left helical on it with a left clamp. So I don't know the technical degrees and stuff, but that is currently my setup. I'm currently using AAE Max Strength adhesive with UltraView vanes that I'm going to test out. So that's going to be part of my new setup. And like I said, when I get them set up, I will show you what they look like and show you how they spin on the mod saw. If you guys never heard of them, go check them out if you do your own arrows, but I'll show you that here in a sec. Alright, so I am no professional, but I like to try to do this stuff myself, so I'm just going to show you one arrow, or at least part of the arrow, on what I like to do or how I do it, okay? Victory, I don't know if you guys know much about Victory, but they have a spine-aligned arrow, which most arrows are going to have some type of little bit thicker spot around it, and they kind of have it figured out, I guess. So what I do is I have it set up where that is going to be aligned with one of the vanes. All right. So again, I'm no professional, but I like to mark my jig so I can have a consistent arrow placement. I have that set up. Then I get my glue, and I will put dabs all around, all along it, which I need to clean up my glue a little bit and make sure it's easier to pour. Kind of clogging up, so not as much as coming out. And then I spread it hopefully evenly. And then I hold down this up here, put it on the little magnet, and try to push as evenly as I can, and I do it for 45 seconds to 60 seconds. But I won't bore you with that. After I come off, this rotates, and then I do the next 3. So just a little demonstration on how I like to do it. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I do at the end, because most of the time I put a lot of glue on it to hopefully seal it all up, and that spills over some of the glue. You can kind of see it. So I just get a piece of paper towel and just kind of wipe it away. Sometimes it works better than others, but I don't want to try to push too hard to push away the fletchings if they're not dry yet. But that's what I do when I get done. I just do, like I said, try to dry up some of the extra, and then I put it aside and work on the next one. Alright, so I finished fletching my arrows. I'd done 12 of them. And next thing to do is to re-paper tune it, and I am going to have to re-sight in, or at least get a new sight tape, because these are coming in lighter. Pretty sure I mentioned it before, but they're coming in about 20 grains. Forgot the measurement technically, but 20 less. They're coming in at about 430. So they will be a little faster, but still have a little bit of weight to it. And before I wrap this up, sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, still trying to get used to it. Before I wrap this up, I am going to show you my mod saw. Again, if you haven't heard anything about them, go to their website if you like to build your own arrows, which, again, I'm not a pro at it, but I love to do my own thing, and it might bite me in the butt, but I do like to do it. So I'm going to show you the one I have. From my knowledge, they have 2 different models. This is the kind of like the original one, or the first model. But here I'm going to try to hopefully get you in a better angle, maybe. Okay. Here is the saw itself. Mod saw is going to be upside down for you. This doesn't need to be on there. I like to have it on there. There's really no reason. But in general, first off, it's very quiet. I don't know the technical dB rating or anything like that. I mean, I could... Should have had this set up before. I mean, it's going to be louder than I'm talking, but if you've ever used any saws before, if you've gone to a pro shop, most of their times their saws are really loud. So I really like that. It is very quiet. They do come with replaceable, a few replaceable stuff, which I don't know where I put the little bag, but you have your saw here, and it cuts really nicely. On the back side, you have your vent hole, so you can put a vacuum there. You have two locations where you can mount this. This is the first one, and then you have your mounting brackets here in the back. Very easy to adjust. You have two spots for the arrows, which you have your middle support, and then you have right back here. This is where you adjust your length at, right? Comes with two different little end pieces. I don't know what you would consider it, but they have one set up for when you cut with a knock, and then when you cut carbon to carbon. I have it set up to carbon to carbon. So when I cut it, I take off my nocks and I cut it. When you cut it, they have built-in square, like a little sanding disc, so you can square up your cut a little bit, make it a little bit smoother. And then they have right here, I don't know if you can see that little line. That's to help with seeing how straight your arrow spins. So it has two, technically 4 ball bearing wheels that spin very nicely. And you can tell the way how straight it is, and adjust from there. So I'm going to use it with the broadhead testing to show you how straight the broadheads come from the package and all that stuff. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on here, but I'll do a little demonstration. Yeah, don't know how well you can see that. This fill point is kind of wobbly in general, but it is very straight. The rest of the arrow is pretty straight, in my opinion. Anyway, that's a little bit of my mod saw. Again, I didn't go over much of my fletching just in general because it's very tedious, and I didn't know if it's very captivating. Jeez, can't talk right now. But showed you my mod saw. Like I mentioned before, the next video I hope to do is going to be the broadheads. Because I'm going to re-paper tune and re-sight in, I might make a little video on that before my broadhead little review, because I still have to do a few ideas of the broadhead, but those are the plans for the next few videos. Thanks for watching. If you have any recommendations, I will do my best to get to them. Comments that you would like to, again, see, anything that you would like me to change or anything like that. But thanks again for coming along, and I hope to see you in the next video.